All right, Shalom. It's the brothers from GMS Atlanta on Barzal.
Jamal Yala.
Yeah, we just want to do a lesson on just America falling. All right, because today we have the candidates being elected in the office, and just want to do a lesson on how there's nothing that can build or restructure America. There's no type of way or avenue that you could do to restore this place. Nothing. All right. It don't matter if you put another person in office. It don't matter if you give reparations. It don't matter if you restore stolen parts of Gadite Native American territory. It don't matter if you open the borders and allow the tribe of Issachar, the Mexicans, and the other tribes to come in free. None of that is going to restore America, man, because it's structured. It's written in the scriptures that this place is going to fall, man. All right, and the prophecies don't lie. So there's no other remedy or anything that you people could do, something to resurrect this place. It's on its way down, and it's going to keep continuing to fall, to decline. That's right. So you can start off with that scripture.
It's Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Right. The nations have drunken of her wine, meaning the way and the lifestyle that America carries and projects, or it's
upholds.
Yeah, anything it upholds, and the nations are mad because anything that comes out of America is just wickedness and poison. That's why this country is known as basically like the serpent. It has that snake-like ways. When a snake approaches you and you get bit by the snake, you get infected. That's the same thing with America putting their democracy and their free way of life into these other nations. It generally poisons the countries, man, and that's why all these nations are pissed off with America. All right, which is going to lead to this third world war, in which these different nations will have a thermonuclear conflict. Keep going.
All right. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
See, this place is fallen and destroyed, man. There's nothing you could do, like I said, to try to come with any type of resolutions or restorations. This place has already broken every law against the Lord, and it's offended the Lord too much. The Lord's fury is not going to go away until he accomplishes his anger, man.
That's right, because if you look at like a vase or something, right? You say a vase falls on the ground and it's destroyed. All right, you're not gonna try to pick that back up and glue it back together. It's shattered. So that's the same thing with America. America's just shattered. You can't pick it back up and try to piece it back together. It's not gonna work.
Right. And the thing is too, this place is designed for the prosperity of the evil, man. If you get Psalms the 73rd chapter, this place is structured for the wicked to be elevated and the righteous to be trodden asunder, man. All the legislation that's passed are still advocating wickedness, man. You just had, when this buffoon Barack Obama got in office, he passed legislation for same-sex to be married. Gave legal rights for that and other things, man. Deemed each and every American citizen an extreme terrorist, and basically a threat to the system. So the monetization has been more concentrated in this place. There's no longer privacy, and that's all against the scriptures, man. It's against us, because like I said before, this white man, his whole goal is to take down the nation of Israel and for them to rise in a higher status. That's where you get this whole presidential election and these nations emerging and coming together, which Hillary and Donald Trump, they're on the same side for ultimately the prosperity of America, man.
Right, but
which is the plans of the elites to stay on top and to keep us at bottom, because they're not fighting for Negro rights. Latino rights, Native American rights. They're fighting for how to keep America great again, which how this country stayed great is from killing and war, drug distribution,
Mm-hmm.
illegal trafficking. That's how that's how this country stays afloat. Interest, high interest rate charging, and basically breaking the laws and the commandments in the scriptures. Which you want to say?
And circulating debt, and just keep accumulating debt and just continuing on and growing in wickedness. That's how this place thrives. All right. But I was gonna say that as far as what the brother was saying about how the government has the absolute, I guess you could say the shadow government has the absolute control no matter who gets in office. So, you know, you niggas, you think that you're making a difference by voting, but that's the whole illusion of this whole election, is that you see two different sides, as if they're two, um, you basically got Hillary on one side and Trump on the other side,
Like
and they're two different. They got real different policies and stuff, but really it's the same thing. It's just a different package, or a different face, so to speak. But I got Psalm 73. Where do you want me to start?
You start with
73. All right. Psalm 73 and 1. Truly, the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart.
Jump down to verse 8.
All right. It's 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
That's the so-called white man. He's corrupt. His system is corrupt. The people are corrupt. Everything is corrupt inside of this country. The legislation is corrupt. The leaders are corrupt. Because when a wicked gets itself into a high position, everything descends from that high up energy, man.
Mm-hmm.
The policies, the lifestyle is going to all revolve around the nature of the ruler, which the rulers are the Edomites, the devil, the nation of devils. Keep going.
And speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
Speak lawfully, speaking highly, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you got these fools finna get in office, and they both just speaking on how they're gonna make America great again.
Yeah.
Thinking this thing is gonna go till they're gonna do their 2 terms and keep the succession going, man. YAHAWAH Shah or YAHAWAH Shah is gonna come and cut all that short, man. That's who we're looking to get in office and to bring prosperity, man.
That's who our vote is for.
That's who our vote is for.
Mm-hmm.
You going?
They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
Their tongue walketh through the earth, meaning anything they project. And that's deception. Your tongue works deception, man.
Mm-hmm.
Lies and mischief. And that's being pushed all throughout the earth. And another thing, too, what these assholes don't realize is with a president doesn't have to keep their word, man. When a president comes in office, which Obama himself, when he came in office, he came and spoke a lot of things that he didn't accomplish.
That's right.
And a lot of niggas forgot about that, but they just jolly, happy-go-lucky,
just
and excited about the fact that he's a black man,
mm-hmm.
which we're not black, and he's a whole other nation on top of that.
Yeah, because that's really this whole campaigning thing is really just witchcraft, right? They're just selling you. That's what they're doing. They're selling you. They're saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna change, because Obama was supposedly he was supposed to stop the war in the Middle East. Wasn't that one of his major promises? Did that happen?
Increasing.
That was his biggest. That was his biggest promise, was that he would stop the war in the Middle East.
And he's fighting for the succession of the Edomite devil, and she's talking about going to war with Iran when she gets in the office.
Mm-hmm.
So when Trump and Hillary get in office, ultimately we know there's just gonna be prophecy and to keep this thing going, man, until this country falls down. keep prophecy coming to pass. You keep going.
Therefore, his people return higher, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them.
Keep going.
And they say, how doth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High?
Keep going.
Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
See that it says they increase in riches. Not talking about us. The Israelites, we're a people of poverty, man. It's talking about these devils that own these different districts: the diamond district, the gold district, the oil district, the Illuminati, the elite. You know, but all these riches that they trying to gain is gonna be snatched from right up under them, man. Because those are riches got by deceit. And YAHAWAH is not dealing with that nation. He's only dealing with one nation. 18 nations, and the nation that the Lord chose was the nation of Israel. You go back to that Jeremiah 51, like around 9.
9. It's Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
See, the Lord could heal Babylon, but he's not going to heal.
Actually, we should go back to 8.
Go ahead.
8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed.
See that? It says take balm for her pain, and so that she may be healed. But America is not going to be healed. It doesn't matter what you know who's doing that. Jake is trying to take balm for the horrible conditions and America has done unto us. Here it is, the white man has beat the life out of us, literally, and put later on the future generation in this slavery and the same impoverished neighborhoods and ghettos. And now you niggas want to vote for another devil to come in office. That's like if your slave master died and it's other masters and overseers around the plantation and he died. You niggas basically will pick another male slave master to own that household to be over you, man.
That's basically what you're doing.
Instead of trying to revolt and cut the goddamn cracker's head off and leaving that property, man.
And if I could say this too, I was actually matter of fact, one of my sisters, she asked me, or better yet, she asked me was I voting, and I was just like, I'm not into that, which she knows she was being a devil, but then she sent me a long message. She's talking about our grandparents and their fathers, like basically, our forefathers, they lost their lives and they were beaten and whipped for us to be able to vote today.
And it was niggas, man.
Yeah, and it was niggas, and then on top of that, they basically they didn't die for us to be a part of the system. They, because Jake always used that logic, like, oh yeah, the slaves, they fought for the rights that we get to, our freedoms today. But you niggas ain't free today. Everything they've done, all right, it's the same thing today. It's just now you niggas are in the same condition you were in, except now you just not getting literally beat. You're not literally chained. Now the chains are on your mind, right? You're still oppressed. You're still being oppressed. All right, you're not liberated. You don't have any freedom. All right, and that's why I said earlier that voting is basically an illusion. It gives you an illusion of freedom.
Illusion of choice.
The illusion of choice, right? Because voting upholds that. Voting basically it upholds that democratic the democracy. Period. Right? Because in a democracy, what's the idea? Oh, the people have the voice, right? That's the whole point of a democracy. But they can't just up and tell you, straight up that, oh yeah, you don't have a voice. Nah, they're gonna, package it, make it seem real believable, and make it seem like you have your vote matters. Your voice is heard.
which it doesn't.
Right.
And that's why it says take balm for her pain. And keep
Mm-hmm.
going read that verse 9.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
See that there's no way that this place can be healed, man. This place will not progress. It's been downgrading, and it's gonna continue, man. America is in a worse time ever than it's ever been, man. Since Obama got in office, the debt increased wildly. You know, wickedness has increased, homosexuality has increased, people addicted to drugs and stuff like that. Nothing has gotten better. Things are getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Conflicts and rumors of wars have increased. You know.
That's right, and you know.
Oh, excuse me. Oppression has increased. All these goddamn cop
Mm-hmm.
shootings. These Negroes feeling scared more than ever, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's getting worse and worse and worse, man. And it's gonna continue to get worse till this whole society collapses, like right before our faces, man. Through the spirit of power, YAHAWAH.
And what's happening is, you got Jake getting more and more asleep. All right, they're just getting more and more lost. It's their confusion is increasing. All right, but the people in the know, all right, uh, especially the elect, all right, we're not gonna be fooled. We're not ignorant. All right, we know what's going on. We know that voting doesn't it ain't shit. We know that America in general ain't shit. All right, but that you just gotta be in the know. All right, you gotta be in tune with reality. You gotta be in tune with the spirit of the world. The spirit of the world is not in a day of happiness and fucking dancing and mirth. All right, and it says, forsake her and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Keep going.
And if I could comment on that, let us go every one into his own country. All right, what did Putin just say? What did Putin just declare?
He wanted the Russians out of America.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Because he didn't when he dropped these goddamn missiles, man. He doesn't want to sacrifice his own people in the country they don't belong to.
Mm-hmm. Which that's a good leader.
Yeah, that's actually a good act. And he doesn't want to sacrifice people that's pro-Russian, man. He know everybody in America is fucking retarded, and everybody in America hates Putin. But if you was a real diehard cracker, you would really want the Russians to be in rulership because them devils doing, you know what I'm saying? It's not like America. Just talking about Edomites, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna be in rulership. These different nations gonna fall, and the only nation that's gonna rule is the nation of Israel.
That's right.
All right.
10. The Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God.
See that, and that's what we declare. And the declaration is the scriptures which we put in. Because the ultimate leader is gonna come back, man. That's why you gotta have faith and you gotta continue to pray on that. YAHAWAH, man, he's gonna soon make his return, and after that, everything gonna be right side up again. This upside down world we living in, where homosexuals have rights, Edomites are ruling over us, niggas are bowing down to the hand of the white man, women are over you, and all manner of wickedness is still going on. You know, that's what you should be praying for the downfall of, man. I think that's that prayer in Sirach. You don't have to get it. We'll probably end it with Revelations 18. So that's what it's all about, man. This kingdom that we living in, everything, you should be meditating on how this place is going to go down, man. After this place goes down, that's when we get raised up. You know, the prophets and the men of the Lord in the scriptures didn't want Babylon to go on again. They didn't want Rome to continue. They didn't want Greece to continue. They wanted the downfall of those countries because they knew next up was the nation of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a time where after this country falls, this is going to be the kingdom that's going to be raised up, the nation of Israel. You read that.
Revelation, let me start at 1, 2.
Yeah.
Revelations 18:1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Keep going.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Get down to 21.
Okay. 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying,
That's YAHAWAH, and cast in the sea. This talking about America, man. When YAHAWAH comes down and crushes this whole country as you know it, that's gonna be the end, man.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
And cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
Keep going.
And the voice of harpers and musicians, and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee.
See that, and that's when this place goes down, man. We ain't looking for no goddamn the next rappers, man. A next hot musician. Says none of that's gonna be heard anymore. Keep going.
And no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be
No more working, man. Keep going.
shall be found any more in thee.
It's gonna be totally eradicated. Business, commerce. When the missiles drop, it's gonna clean this whole place up. Keep going.
And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Work. Keep going.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
All this electricity, electrical powering that's generated through America, there's no more gonna be that because the missiles is gonna clean this place up, man. Keep going.
And of the bride, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more
Marriages
at all in thee.
Meaning there's nothing else that's gonna survive this place, man. Keep going. Because this is all the stuff that America prospers off of, anyways, man. Marriages, what is it? Music, work. Keep going.
For thy merchants were great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
And that's talking about America, man. All nations are deceived by the hand of this devil, man.
The sorceries. What are sorceries? That's witchcraft.
And where's all these pharmaceutical drugs as an example? Where's the main headquarters, man? America. All these drug injected foods come from America, man. That's the sorcery. The way of life of pornography and that lifestyle of homosexuality and bestiality gets projected through America. Violence on the internet. All these different nations ban that, but America puts that up, man. That's the sorcery.
America is the source of the sorceries.
Yeah, and that's right. Source of witchcraft. Keep going.
All right, and in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
And that's America, man. So that you should not pray for the better. You pray for the worst of this country, man. Because that millstone is going to come and crash and totally eradicate this place. All right? So we want to end it by giving our praises to YAHAWAH, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.